Alrighty, I'm in my dining room. I am going to be cutting fabric, putting the grid on it, and calling it quits for the night. Hopefully, I can at least kind of walk through my steps, so if you want to make a pair of baggy pants like this, you might be able to. Alrighty, next step after cutting out the pattern pieces is backside facing up, make your grid. I'm using a chalk marker and this metal ruler. I'm keeping it easy, even though this is a little bit wider than an inch. I'm making my grid with that. And I don't know if anyone noticed this, but originally this was going to be the facing fabric, and halfway through gridding the backside, I changed my mind because I realized it kind of color shifts into black. So I am doing a red shifting black pants over just black. Alrighty, I finished one grid. I still have 5 more pieces to make this grid on. There's a lot of squares, but my only tip is when you start your grid, find that one line that's going to be universal throughout all of your parts. Mine is the crotch line that's actually on the pattern itself, and I just made that my first grid. So hopefully everything's going to line up about the same. And I marked my leaf pattern. The only thing left to do is mark where I want my cuts, so I can go in and do my line stitch before I do any hand sewing. Okay, so the next thing, if you're doing rips like me, I marked where I want all my rips, and you can kind of see it. I went in and I line stitched around, so when I go in to cut these, they're not going to over fray. And the other thing I want to point out, notice which way your pattern's going. For me, I wanted them all to go downward, as you can see, but obviously you want this to match on all your patterns. So just be cautious when you're gridding it and sewing it that you have it going the right way. And once that's done, you just kind of tack corner to corner. And that's how you get this triangle piece on the back, but on the front, it makes these downward leaf pattern. But yeah, this is probably one of the easiest smocking patterns that you could do. So it just kind of worked out. That's what I wanted to do on these pants. One more thing, if by any chance you plan on tackling a project like this, it took me about 45 minutes to put a grid on one piece, 20 minutes to do a line stitch around where I want to cut it, and another 2 hours to do the smocking on one piece. So it's a lot of prep work before even getting to the pant part. I have this piece left to do the smocking on. I have a whole nother piece that I still have to do the line stitch and smocking, and then I have to cut out my little rectangle side pieces that will get smocked, but there's no cuts in them, so hopefully those don't kill me. But yeah, there's a lot of time going into these, and I think they're going to pay off in the long run. I wish you luck if you're insane as me.